today's my boyfriend's birthday, and he does not like sweets of any sort, so we're gonna make him a ZYN birthday cake. Birthday happy. Okay. Okay, I have everything done. So this is supposed to go in an actual cake. I have hot glue gun. Okay, so we're gonna hot glue. Let's see. Okay, it's actually kind of cute. I do have one left over. That's pretty cute.
So, you know, I've been seeing these Hucky Puck looking things everywhere on social media. I'm talking YouTube, TikTok, you name it. It's ZYN, 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 ZYN. And at first I was like, what is this? Like, honestly, I thought it was chewing tobacco. So back when I was in high school, like all the suburban boys who played hockey or baseball or just did anything, you know, would be in class spitting into their water bottles filled with black stuff. It was disgusting. And yeah, it was chewing tobacco. That's what everybody was doing when I was in high school. Well, the suburban boys were doing when I was in high school, and that was just nasty. But that being said, so I thought with this, you know, ZYN trend, because people were putting it in their mouths, I thought it was chewing tobacco. And also that, you know, the case is circular, like the chewing tobacco is circular. And I thought, you know, chewing tobacco was making a comeback. Come to find out, I was totally wrong. Okay, so this isn't chewing tobacco. This ain't vaping, not even cigarettes. This is a whole new thing. Well, it's not new, but it's trendy now. So we're talking about ZYN now. And the crazy part is, I had no idea this was a thing. Like, none of my homeboys or anybody around me is using this. Like, in my circle or people around me or like acquaintances, vape. That's like as close as to tobacco you're gonna see. Some people smoke, which is horribly nasty, by the way. But vaping would be the closest thing to nicotine you would really see. So I'm sitting here wondering, who's really doing this? Because no one in my circle is using ZYN. I've never seen a ZYN puck in my life. And why has ZYN become such a big thing? So that's what we're gonna try to find out in today's video. So welcome back to the Killivvn Show, and today we're trying to find out what exactly is ZYN and why is it taking over? Roll that intro. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Hey guys, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Do you use ZYN products? And also, guys, thank you so much. We made it to 10K subscribers, and for that I am giving out the blonde vinyl. So if you want the blonde vinyl, hey, make sure to follow me on Instagram, link down in the description, and it will give you all the contest info. So I will post that soon enough, so for you to win the blonde vinyl. I am shipping it anywhere in the world. If you win, you win. But that being said, let me not waste more of your time. Let's get back into the video. So basically, ZYN is a smokeless, tobacco-free nicotine pouch that delivers a hit of nicotine without the smoke. You feel me? The spit or the vapor. It comes in flavors like wintergreen, spearmint, and citrus. And users just, you know, tuck it under the lip like so, and they go about their day. Sounds convenient, right? But there's a lot more going on behind the scenes with this harmless little pouch. Listen, ZYN has exploded in popularity recently, and a huge part of it is thanks to social media, of course. We have the, yes, and this is not a joke, I'm about to say it, ZYNfluencers. Yes, that's a thing now. And they are racking up millions of views. I want views too. Guys, watch this video. Anyway, and they're showing off their ZYN collections, making ZYN birthday cakes, and even doing some taste tests with friends. Nasty. I mean, people are out here treating these pouches like collectibles. And even Tucker Carlson, yes, Tucker Carlson, has weighed in on the ZYN trend, claiming ZYN donates to Kamala Harris and calling it a product for your girlfriend. Like, girlfriend? Like, what? Like, yo, this is crazy.
So we've got some nicotine pouches right here. My friend Tucker is a big fan, big proponent.
Yes.
And I have some questions for you. You can either answer the question or you can take one of these nicotine pouches. Would you like to play?
Well, I'm going through a period of transition in my life with nicotine pouches. I've used a certain brand. I'm embarrassed to say it. It's made by a huge company, huge donors to Kamala Harris. I'm not going to use that brand anymore. I mean, I think it's fine. It's good for like your girlfriend or whatever, but I don't think men should use that brand. It starts with a Z, and we're launching our own brand today called Alp. And it's a much better option, trust me. And I would know. I know a lot about this area. So I'm going to forego the pouches probably made by that other company and answer your questions.
Absolutely. I will say these are not the Z-word company,
good.
but totally fine. I'll just ask you the questions. How
Cool.
about that?
Doing research for this, like, yeah, ZYN is even political, bro. It makes no sense. He even launched his own nicotine pouch brand, ALP, do not buy it, saying it's a better option for men. What the hell, bro? Like, I didn't know nicotine got politicized, but yeah, this is really out of hand. Anyway, besides this nonsense, let's hear now from Dr. Joseph Nemeth, a periodontist who has some insights into the effects of using ZYN.
I want to talk a little bit about the potential benefits and the potential risks with this product, ZYN. So it comes in 2 strengths, 3 milligrams and 6 milligrams, and apparently it's very popular. I've been talking to some people who've used it. I tried a little bit yesterday, and I was a zombie for about a half an hour. So for me, the effect even of the 3 milligram pouch was extremely strong. But I've talked to other people, generally younger people are using it, and it feels like it makes them sharper, heightens their sense of awareness. They kind of like it, and it's sort of like nicotine gum, but I think it works a lot more effectively and a lot faster. But I'm not saying that it's good to use. First of all, you put it on your gum, between your lip and your gum, you lay it on the gum, and if you do it in the same place, it can cause irritation of that gum tissue. And I've actually seen cases where tobacco was used like that, and cancer, mouth cancer actually developed. I'm not saying that'll happen with this, but I do think if you use it in the same spot all the time, it's going to cause some irritation and probably not particularly good for the tissue, and probably not good for those individuals using it, because it can be habit forming, it can be addicting, and for people who are addiction prone, I think this can be very, very dangerous.
So yeah, ZYN might be better than smoking or vaping, but it's definitely not risk-free. While you're avoiding the smoke, you could still be dealing with gum problems and nicotine addiction. Something to keep in mind if you're thinking about trying it out, but please don't. I am not endorsing this. Please do not. Anyway, and this isn't just some underground trend. According to experts like John Hopkins, Tori Spindle, nicotine pouches like ZYN has grown massively in sales, going from 126 million units sold in 2019 to over 808 million by 2022. Holy fuck. The ease of use and the flavors definitely make it more appealing, especially towards younger audiences. But experts are concerned that this could lead to a whole new wave of nicotine addiction.
So what are you doing back here?
I can't find my fucking face!
And here's where things get fucked. ZYN has sparked a whole new culture war, with some people hailing it as the next big thing in nicotine products, and others raising alarms about how it's marketed. Senator Chuck Schumer has called it a pouch packed with problems and wants federal action on its marketing practices. But on the other side, you've got influencers and even conservative figures like, of course, Tucker Carlson and Michael Knowles promoting the benefits of nicotine, claiming it can free your mind. It's a bizarre divide. And by the way, before people say, Killivvn, you're so political. Hey, I'm Canadian. All of that nonsense happening in the US, it has nothing to do with me. Listen, in Canada, we have other fish to fry. We have our own problems, man. But anything going in the States, man, ain't got nothing to do with me. That being said, recently, a significant rise in the use of snus. So snus is actually what ZYN is. ZYN would be the brand. Snus would be kind of the thing. It's like, for example, Kleenex, but it's really tissue papers. Anyway, there's something really crazy going on in Europe with football players. So snus and nicotine pouches among professional footballers, yeah, I'm gonna say footballers and not soccer players. Footballers, guys. Okay, has raised concerns within the sports community. A study commissioned by the Professional Footballers Association revealed that 1 in 5 players, including both men and women from the Premier League, EFL, and WSL, are using these products on the regular. What's crazy is that there's like dichotomy and there's like a kind of a paradox, because, you know, if you're in the Premier League, I mean, you are at peak health, peak performance. You're like the ideal human being. You know, your nutrition, your physical activity. But bro, like, I don't see where nicotine and being an elite athlete mix. It doesn't make sense to me. That being said, in fact, 2 out of 5 players admitted to having tried them at least once. Snus. The primary reason behind this trend seems to be the perceived benefits, improved mental readiness, and relaxation, particularly after training and matches. A striking 41% of male users and 64%, oh my goodness. Yo, I didn't even know shorties were going after that nicotine like that. 64% of female users reported using the pouches for relaxation. Additionally, many players cited peer pressure pressure, of course, as a reason for their initial use, with younger athletes looking to fit in with senior teammates. The art of peer pressure, Kendrick Lamar told y'all. Anyway, despite its popularity, the health risks associated with snus and nicotine pouches are concerning. Studies have linked the use of snus to an increased risk of esophageal and pancreatic cancer, as well as cardiovascular diseases. Players using these products often experience nicotine dependence, of course, with symptoms like irritability, cravings, and anxiety during withdrawal. Some well-known football players, such as Manchester United's Victor Lindelof and Leicester City's Jamie Vardy, have openly discussed their use of nicotine pouches, Vardy even stating that snus helped him chill out, although he later claimed to have quit it due to negative media coverage. This issue has become so pervasive that Sunderland manager Lee Johnson has warned against the addictive nature of snus, stating it's akin to smoking several cigarettes at once. However, for many players, the challenge of quitting is compounded by widespread availability of these products, with some athletes admitting to struggling with addiction. So, the increasing use of nicotine products in professional football not only highlights the need for better education around their long-term health risks, but also raises question about how sports culture can influence addictive behavior amongst athletes, which is wild. Now let's flip the page because we got Yolanda Richardson, the president of Tobacco Free Kids, who's worried about how ZYN is being marketed to young people through social media, calling it the next e-cigarette. And don't get it twisted, vaping is still very here, man. Just as people can do this secretively now. You know when people like tuck their vapes in their sleeves, and you know we all know you're vaping. Like what are you doing, bro? Anyway, and while ZYN makers claim it's only for people 21 and over, come on, bro. The reality is that it's showing up in high schools, and even younger kids are getting access to it thanks to TikTok trends. Oh god. But again, back to Chuck Schumer. He ain't having it. He called for more regulation on ZYN, comparing it to early days of e-cigarettes. In fact, the FDA has already issued warnings and fines to stores selling ZYN to underage users. But with social media fueling this trend, it is hard to see how this stops without stricter regulation. And if you thought this was just a social media thing, guess again, ZYN is taking over corporate America too. From office workers to interns, everyone is discreetly popping a ZYN pouch during meetings. It's like the new coffee break, fam, except with nicotine. This discreet use is a huge part of why it's becoming so popular. I mean, our lives are stressful, man. Like, shit is crazy, shit is too expensive, the economy is horrible, man. You're not getting paid well in your job. Hey, people say nicotine helps you relax, but guys, you do not want to get addicted, trust me. So there you have it. ZYN might seem like a safer option compared to smoking or vaping, but there are still a lot of unknowns and risks involved. Whether it's the appeal to younger audiences or the growing addiction concerns, it's clear that ZYN isn't as harmless as it seems. And this is nothing new. ZYN has been a thing in Europe for a very long time. It just seems like there's a reemergence of it here because I guess it's subtle. I don't know, man. But yeah, y'all should just not do it. In the end, ZYN is everywhere, and it's not just a passing trend. From TikTok to corporate offices, it's become a huge part of nicotine culture. But before you join the crowd, it's worth thinking about the long-term impact. Because let's face it, if we learn anything from history of tobacco and nicotine, it's that there's always more beneath the surface. Anyway, guys, if this video gave you something to think about, don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Let's keep the conversation going because we all need to know what really is happening with them ZYN products. That being said, guys, thank you again for watching, and as usual, thank you for 10K. If you want to blow on vinyl, follow me on Instagram, and always keep it supreme.